What up guys, today I'm bringing you my predictions for the UEFA 2020 Euro Cup. The first disclaimer I would like to make is that in no way I intend to underestimate or disrespect any national team, but it's the feelings that this national team will transmit. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's begin. First, I would like to show you the odds the bookmakers are putting. So as you can see, the two big favorites of this tournament are England and France. I personally can't see England as a favorite, but it's also true that they play almost every match at Wembley, so it's a big advantage for a big national team as England. After France, there's Belgium, which is also a solid squad, have been in the semi-finals of the last World Cup, have world-class players, and it is logic. In a third tier, we can put Germany and Spain. Germany that, although they didn't have a great World Cup, are in the fourth place as favorites for the bookies, and Spain with a lot of young blood are in the same tier as well. Then we have Italy, Portugal at the next tier, which I believe is a little bit too low for Portugal. Portugal have one of the best squads of the Euros. I would say maybe just below France and Belgium, having their best players, having good seasons at the big leagues. And finally, the Netherlands that dropped their odds since the injury of Van Dijk. And then there's the gap between the Netherlands and Denmark, Croatia, Turkey, and all the other teams that are not the favorites, but might be an underdog. Who knows? So, well, I'm gonna show you the last favorites, and let's begin with the prediction. First, the Group A. I think Italy is gonna come first. They did a pretty solid qualifiers. I think they won all their matches. Also did a decent UEFA Nations League run, qualifying to the Final Four, and have a very skillful squad. As second, I would put Turkey above Switzerland, although I think the second place might be between any of these three, because they did a pretty solid qualifiers round. Although they shared group with France, they even beat them at home and drew away, finishing only 2 points below the top of the table of their group. Then third, I would put Switzerland because I think they are a decent team as well, but haven't been as impressive as Turkey during the qualifiers. They have many good players, but no real big name. I think their strength is especially the collective work, which makes them hard to defeat. And as fourth place, I will put Wales. I know the quality of their players, but since they are not having the best form this season, I don't see them repeating their 2016 run. Now for the Group B, I believe Belgium will finish first. I think it's the logical choice. They have a much better squad than the rest of the group. But the second place, I think, is gonna be between Denmark and Russia. As this group is gonna be hosted at Denmark and Russia, at Copenhagen and St. Petersburg, that gives them an advantage against Finland. And the match between both of them is gonna be held at Copenhagen. So I think Denmark will finish second and Russia third. Well, for the Group C, this group is gonna be held at Amsterdam and Bucharest. Considering Romania hasn't qualified to these Euros, the only host of this group is gonna be the Netherlands. Not only they will be playing at home, but they also have a much better squad than Ukraine, Austria and North Macedonia. And I believe the second place is gonna be between Ukraine and Austria. The Ukraine has been pretty impressive during the qualifying rounds. They shared group with Portugal and they managed to top the group. On the other hand, Austria don't usually outstand in these kind of tournaments, so I will put them third. And North Macedonia, well, I know you've beaten Germany at Germany, but I don't think this is enough argument to put you above. Ooh, the Group D. It's my favorite group. I mean, I know all the attention have been drawn to the Group F, but this group is gonna have very good matches. I mean, England-Croatia is a re-edition of the last semi-finals of the World Cup. We also have the oldest rivalry of international football, England versus Scotland, and obviously a decent Czech Republic with Suchek in a good form. I think it will be interesting to watch. I will put England in the first place because I think they have a pretty solid squad, a young squad, and they play at home. I think it should be. In the second place, I see Croatia going as second because although they are not the same team that 3 years ago, they are still pretty solid and I think they still have some fuel at the tank. In the third place, I would put Scotland because they play at home 2 matches. And even though the odds are against them, I think they'll manage to snatch some points. But I gotta say, it breaks my heart to put a team in the 4th place of this group. Czech Republic has so much history in this tournament. They might not do it to the World Cup, but the Euros and Czech Republic must be together, and I would love to see them at least in the round of 16, but I had to choose one. Then to the group E. For this group, I think Spain is gonna be the first. I know they have no longer their golden generation, and maybe Spain scares a little bit less than a few years ago. But overall, I believe that Luis Enrique is a good coach. Their playstyle have been improving, so I see them as a first. And usually Spain have good performances at group stages. In the 2nd place, I believe it's gonna be between Poland and Sweden. And you know what? I'm gonna put Sweden in the 2nd place, because I believe that although they don't have star players as Poland have Lewandowski, but I think their teamwork is a bit more solid than Poland's. Now, the 4th place is gonna be Slovakia, because I believe that their qualifier rounds haven't been too consistent. And finally, the group we've all been waiting for, the group F, the group of death. Now, the big favorite for this tournament is France, obviously, but I believe that Germany will top this group for the fact that I don't see them too much below France. I mean, the French squad is much better, but Germany usually plays well as a team. And they play their 3 matches at home at Allianz Arena, so that will give them their home advantage. In the 2nd place, I will put France, just because they are the favorites of the tournament. And the 3rd place is gonna be Portugal. I know Hungary will play at home 2 of their matches, and I believe everybody's kind of underestimating them, because I don't believe they're gonna be an easy opponent for the other 3. So I believe Hungary will fight, but still finish 4th. So now that we have completed our groups, we have to choose the best thirds. Now, I think this is the most random thing to do, because you can really know how much points these teams will make. So I'm gonna answer according to the gap between the 3rds and the 4ths. I believe the bigger gap is between Austria and North Macedonia. Then I would put Poland and Slovakia have a big gap. And then I think I want to put Portugal, but actually it wouldn't surprise me if one of the group F does not finish as the best third, as this group is really tough. And now I have to choose between the Switzerland, Russia and Scotland. My mind says Russia, but my heart says Scotland. I'm gonna choose this one, just because this kind of teams that makes it to the tournament after so long usually do good presentations. So now let's say knockout stage matches, and yeah, we begin with good matches as Belgium, Portugal, Italy, Ukraine, Germany, Austria, Croatia, Sweden, Spain, Scotland, and ooh, this one is good. England, France, the 2 favorites gonna see each other. One is gonna be out of the round of 16, and Netherlands, Poland, and Turkey, Denmark. Well, let's begin with Belgium, Portugal. Belgium here would be the favorites. Their current squad is more experienced, but I believe that Belgium is the kind of team that would choke on this kind of situations. I believe the Portuguese squad is in a better form, so I will put them in the quarterfinals. Between Italy and Ukraine, I believe Italy have a better team overall. Between Germany and Austria, I think the answer is pretty clear. Between Croatia and Sweden, this one is good. Where do they play? Copenhagen. It's closer to Sweden. I believe Croatia will make it. Then Spain, Scotland. That would be beautiful. Spain, Scotland, and Scotland. It would make the match a little bit more equilibrated, but I think anyway Spain is gonna pass through. Between England and France, this one is good. The bookies put them on the same level. They will be playing at England, but in my opinion, the French squad is better, but anything could happen. I'm gonna choose France. And yeah, I'm gonna choose the Netherlands over Poland. I think they have a pretty better team. I think they have a better team. And between Turkey and Denmark, I think it's pretty close. Denmark would be the favorites, I think. But I don't know, I think Turkey pretty solid. I believe they're gonna be the dark horses of this Euro tournament. Go Turkey! Which brings us to the quarterfinals. Portugal, Italy. I believe that Italy's squad is too young, while Portugal has already experienced what is to be champion. I think they have the advantage here. Germany, Croatia. I think... No, I think Germany can make it. I mean, I don't see them failing again. Spain, France. Ooh, that would be also a very good match. But I think Spain is not gonna be good enough. I mean, they're pretty young and have much potential, but Luis Enrique still has to improve the team. And between the Netherlands and Turkey, I mean, I really see Turkey knocking out the Netherlands, but I'm gonna go with the logic, and I'm gonna say the Netherlands is gonna pass through. Which brings us the semi-finals. Now between Germany and Portugal, it will be a re-edition of the match of the group stages. Originally, I put Germany as the first of the group because they play at Allianz Arena, but now this match is gonna be held at Wembley, so here I think it's pretty even. Any of both could make it to the final. Now here is just flipping a coin. I'm gonna say Portugal because they have many players that have been on a better form than German ones. And between France and the Netherlands, I believe that here the Netherlands are gonna really miss Virgil van Dijk because France has so much power up front. Well, at any position actually, but France simply has the better squad. And between Portugal and France, this one is gonna be tough too. The bookies would put France as champion. Will they choke again? Will they get their revenge? I believe that history usually repeats itself. Now Portugal, even they have a better squad, so according to my prediction, they're gonna be the champion. But actually, I mean, France could win. It's gonna be very, very close. Germany could win. England could pass through, actually. I mean, it could happen. But I'm gonna stick with this prediction. Let's see what happens. And I hope you enjoy the video, guys.